Whoa! Is this the Bruce Plays fan club? Great news! A brand new episode is coming your way!
I don't know what you're talking about! Stop calling me!
Huh.
You know, watching Hey Arnold at my current age, it's just as good, if not better, than when I was a kid. With its ensemble of colorful characters and episodes that are very well written that they could be used as examples for creative writing. The movie, not so much. I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of the people forgot there was a movie. And back in those days, when there was a kids movie, they'd put out a Game Boy game to cash in on the success. In Hey Arnold the movie's case, well, what success? Well, they made a game for it. Today, and even back when it was still on the air, trailing behind juggernauts like SpongeBob and Rugrats, Hey Arnold holds a special place in Nickelodeon's legacy, so it's a rotten shame that this is the only Hey Arnold game they ever made. I mean, God knows how many Rocket Power games they shit out. And dear Lord, even the Wild Thorn fucking Berries had more games! Arnold, you're a wonderful addition to the Nickelodeon lineup. Now go shove your fucking football head up your ass, then go fuck yourself, we ain't giving you shit. The plot of the movie was that Arnold was trying to save the neighborhood. And if there's one thing the movie did, it was remind you of that plot.
Save the neighborhood.
We got a neighborhood to save.
To save a forgotten neighborhood.
Save the neighborhood.
Save your little neighborhood.
Save the neighborhood. Save the neighborhood.
Save your neighborhood.
Save the neighborhood.
And save the neighborhood. 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 Saved our neighborhood.
God, I got so sick of hearing that! Seriously, watch the movie and take a drink every time they say, save the neighborhood! Save the neighborhood! How do I drink this anyways? Do I just, like, tear the foil off? Or... Well, I'm not watching the movie anyways. I'm playing the game.
But the game shares the movie's plot. And the game uses passwords. The villain of this movie, Shek, has his henchmen scattered all over the levels. Even in, like, the corners building. In case the dead people wake up and try and ruin Shek's plan. Your default weapon is gum. It doesn't kill the bad guys, it just stuns them. To kill them, you've got to hit the R button while they're stunned. Boy, imagine these guys at the gates of heaven. How'd you die? Oh, I got hit with some gum and then a 9-year-old kid lightly nudged me. Where was that in Dumb Ways to Die? You can find other weapons like these tomatoes, but with the tomatoes you can't kill the bad guys. They just knock them out for a few seconds, so this really seems more like a downgrade from the gum. Might as well be throwing Goldines at these guys. I don't know. I like Pokemon. And then there's the basketballs, and they rock. They just straight up kill everyone. With the basketball, there's really no point in having an arsenal. It's not like I'm gonna switch back to the gum or anything. Or God knows the tomatoes. And then there's the donuts that make you invincible and super fast. Eat donuts and you'll get strong and fast. Listen, children, listen. When you lose a life, you lose all your power-ups, even though if you leave the game alone, Gerald pulls out a basketball. I think Gerald's holding out on us. In addition to the henchmen, there's also animal enemies like dogs and bats, even though it's clearly daytime, so these bats must really want this neighborhood destroyed. In the first level, you have to find 5 of Arnold's friends and make it to the finish line. I guess Arnold's just putting his friends in his pocket.
Now hold on a second. You can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you cannot pick your friends up and then put them in your pocket. This game is batshit crazy.
In the last stage of every level, you fight a boss, like this guy who likes to body slam little children against the concrete. This dude's pretty hardcore, but I don't think he was even in the movie. I don't remember any of these henchmen from the movie either. I mean, this guy looks like if Harold and Eugene had a love child and it was raised by the Corleone family, and then abandoned early on. Despite these characters of seemingly unknown origins, I guess the game does do a decent job at following the film's plot. Problem there is that the film's plot was some bland-ass TV movie level of storytelling, and that's not worth following. The story is told through a collection of frames to start off each level. And what great quotes we've got. Here Grandma says, "Womp." Here Grandma says, "Cackling." And who could forget the classic Arnold phrase, 7 exclamation points. By far the most memorable line from the film. Here's a level where you're in the boarding house trying to find photos and, oh look, here comes the pig. The pig hurt me. Hold on, let me check the Arnold wiki real fast. Let's see, the pig.
Oh, okay, just making sure. The pig is Arnold's pet. The pig is Arnold's pet! Why in fuck's name does the pig want to kill him? Is Shek brainwashed crushing every animal in this world? I mean, look, this level has doves trying to kill me. And if there's one animal I can rest assured never wants to kill me, it's doves. They're peaceful. What is this world coming to when doves develop a thirst for children's blood? I guess that's just what happens when doves cry.
So each area has 4 stages. Usually 2 stages you play as Arnold and 2 as Gerald, but actually in the middle you play as Grandma and Grandpa in the sewer levels. Because nothing says respect your elders by putting them through the stinky sewers. Oh yeah, here's a donut. Yeah, get ready for Super Grandpa! Must have been a grocery store donut. Throughout the whole game, Arnold and Gerald wear their regular clothes, even though in the movie they change into their spy suits. It's funny how they left that out because every single preview I remember seeing had them in those suits. It's like those suits separated the movie from the show. As you progress, the special weapons stop showing up as much, and the game focuses more on Arnold than Gerald. But that makes sense, it is his game. Plus, who wants to play as Gerald anyways? He plays with his little sister's doll. The levels get a little more complex near the end with more contraptions and stuff, but these levels are also just a lot more boring, or maybe I'm just getting sick of the whole game, I don't know. So, let's go on to the final boss. Arnold has to fight Shek. You know who should be fighting Shek is the fashion police. Those purple shoes sure as hell don't match that blue suit. His weapon is a tissue that floats around. Maybe it's a used tissue and Arnold's just a germaphobe? Or maybe this game was set 18 years in the future? No, not funny. Collect every golden tomato in this game, and you get to play all the levels as Helga. Well, unfortunately for Helga, you have to have already finished the entire game to unlock her, and this game lacks heavily in replay value. She really should have just been a playable character in a few of the levels, but maybe that's just what she gets for being a bitch in the show.
Yeah, I'm a little more extreme than Helga Pataki. This game can ultimately be summed up just like the movie. It's lackluster, there's no depth, but it doesn't leave me suffering or anything, it just leaves me wanting more. Well, better wrap this up because I gotta go get my football off Stoop Kid Stoop. So be sure to subscribe, like, watch all my older YouTube videos, wash your berries before you eat them, and fly towards the sun!